So we're going to begin seated. Come to a tall seat with or without a prop. I actually don't think this is a prop. So yeah, have one or two props by you if you need them for your practice, and then bring yourself to a tall seat. You can sit cross-legged as I am or on your shins, okay? And then right away, place your palms down on your thighs. And as you press your palms down, lengthen your spine. So there's a little bit of pressure with the hands against the legs, and then use that contact point to feel the length of your spinal column from the ground to the crown of your head. And then take a couple full body breaths to align. Keep your breath moving smooth and deep. I'm just going to explain the pranayama we're going to take. We're going to do what's called Vatskar Kriya. It stimulates digestion. So if you've eaten a lot this morning, perhaps you're not going to do the whole pranayama, okay? So how this one goes is it's 4 sharp inhales through the mouth, and your mouth is shaped like an O. And then we're going to swirl the belly in one direction. And then you swirl the belly in the other direction, and then exhale out the nose. Okay, so I'm going to show you. It looks and sounds like this to show you the swirling. Okay, so 4 sharp inhales through the mouth, making a ring, and then you're swirling one direction, swirling the other direction. Hold it center, exhale out the nose. And so I like to count about 4 inhales, 4 swirls. You can also do 2, you can do 1, whatever serves, okay? We're gonna do this for about a minute, and you'll feel it out as we go, okay? You'll find your rhythm. So sit up nice and tall. Again, palms are down on the legs. You're just applying a little bit of pressure with the hands to get the length through the spine. And then here we go, through your mouth, 4 inhales. Hold at the top, begin to spiral your belly, your torso in one direction. Yeah, you got it. And then go in the other direction. Still retaining, holding the breath. And then when you can't hold anymore, come through center, exhale out your nose. I'll cue one more together. 4 inhales through your mouth. Retain the breath, hold. And then as you're holding, spin in one direction. Keep holding and then reverse. When you're ready to exhale, we stop moving and then out your nose. Okay, let's do 3 more cycles on our own. No rush. When you're finished your 3rd round, sit up nice and tall, take a nice long inhale and exhale through your nose, and allow that to settle in your body, observing how you feel. And then opening your eyes. Another one that's great for digestion, we're going to twist. I like twisting in almost every class I do. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and then it's inhale left, exhale right. It can be through the mouth with cannon breath like this. Okay, inhaling, exhaling through the mouth. You got it. 1 minute, here we go. Keep it going for the last 30 seconds. See if you can speed up the rhythm a little bit. If not, no problem. Swinging the shoulders, keeping super grounded through all points touching the earth. Last 20 seconds here. Great. Inhale, inhale, inhale at center. Hold. Squeeze navel in, chin to chest. Hold. Elbows out and high. Pause. Retain the breath. As you exhale, lower your hands down to your thighs. Soften your shoulders, your belly. Be still for a breath or two. Let that settle. So just slowly beginning to stir up the energy, creating heat and awareness within. Last thing we're going to do seated. You're going to bring your hands to clasp behind your back. Okay, lace all your fingertips and your wrists come to close, and then you're bending the elbows, taking the shoulders back. We're inhaling head up, exhale head down, hands lift up like a lever. Inhale, lift, exhale, bow. Okay, and this starts to stimulate the back body, bringing the mind's eye to the kidneys, the lower back. And then we're here for about a minute. You can go as fast or slow as pleases you. And then just simply observe what changes when you move faster versus slower, maybe pausing at the top or the bottom. Inhaling, lifting, opening the chest. Exhaling, lowering, bowing, emptying out the breath. As you bow, navel pulls in. Last 30 seconds. Great. Next time you inhale, lift your chest, draw the hands back. Inhale full and hold at the top. Draw the belly in, chin to chest. Retain the breath. Draw your shoulders down and back. Lift your heart. Hold. Great. As you exhale, you're going to bring your hands around and make fists. And then we're going to tap the low back. So where the kidneys are. Yeah, you got it. Tapping, waking up the body. So really getting around your glutes, sides of the hips, kidneys on your back, coming up around to the ribs, and then moving across the chest. So along the ribs and then up along one clavicle, one breastbone, you got it. And then the other side. And then moving back down, a few more seconds like this. Really giving yourself a good pound, good clap on the back. Last few seconds, find that spot that you're like, oh, that's good. For me, it's on my back and my glutes. Okay, and then bring your hands forward, shake your hands out. All right. Come on to your back. So extend your legs out in front of you. And then make your way onto your back body. Bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the ground. And now here, the points on your back that you were just pounding with your hands, flatten your back against the ground. Maybe you notice the warmth, the heat that you created with the pounding. And then as you flatten your back on the ground, hug your navel in, lengthen your tailbone toward your heels, and then really flatten your feet on the ground. So everything touching the earth is pressing down and resisting. So you're creating traction. Okay. And then from here, bring your left knee in toward your chest, wrap your hands around your left shin bone, and then extend your right leg long. Your heel will be down on the ground. As you are, pull your left hip toward your right heel, and you might notice your left knee moves more toward your left shoulder. Again, flatten your back, keep your pelvis anchored against the earth. And now as you inhale, lift your right heel towards the sky, and then exhale, lower your right heel to hover. Yeah, and you got it. I can see your leg moving. Okay, so focusing on keeping the pelvis, the back super secure as you lift and lower the right leg. And then if you want to add a little bit more heat, more spice to this, it's with breath of fire through your nose, inhaling leg up, exhaling leg down. And we're just here for 30 more seconds. And you'll see, so sometimes the way this is cued is to move really fast. I actually like to do slower movement because it gets into the stabilizers. It's actually harder when we move slower. My dance teacher always used to get on my case about that. Go slower. And I see why. I can feel why, actually. I can't see why. I can physically feel it in my body. So 10 more seconds. Do what works for you. A little bit slower, a little bit faster. Strong breath. Press the back flat against the earth. Let's do 3, 2, last 1. And then switch your legs. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend the left leg long. Press the heel on the ground. And before we move, pull your right knee toward your chest and then draw your right hip toward your left heel. And your right knee might shift over toward your right armpit. And then here we go. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, lower. Yeah, you got it. Just 1 minute. This is our little foreshadowing for what's coming. We're just slowly getting into our core. So as you articulate the motion, the slower you go, the more you need to draw out the breath to link the movement with the breath. That's really why we come to our mat, is to breathe deeper into all parts of ourselves. Last 30 seconds. Let's go for 3, for 2. Last 1. Great. Extend both feet towards the sky. Now bring your hands to your ribs. Okay. Heels are up towards the sky. You can point or flex your toes. It doesn't really matter which, as long as they're active, they're working with you. Take your hands to your ribs and draw your rib cage in. The tendency here is to let the ribs flare out. So draw the ribs in. This also engages more of the core stabilizers, the deep muscles, as opposed to the superficial, the rectus abdominal muscles, the pretty ones that we can see. So from here, you're going to keep your left leg exactly as it is. And now with your right foot, you're going to draw circles. And now as you start to draw circles with your foot, really encourage your pelvis to stay secure on the ground. So you're not letting your hips sway. And so your circles can be small or wide, but as soon as you start losing the integrity at your pelvis and your core, make the circles smaller. Hug the navel in, hug the ribs in. Let's do a few more in this direction. So this starts to get into the hip joint, bringing lubrication, and then also gets your adductors on board, the inner thighs, which we're going to use in a couple poses. All right, pause, take your circles in the other direction. And see if every time you exhale, you can press more of the back of your ribs and your waist into the ground. So we hug navel in, flatten ourselves into the earth as we exhale. We draw inward. Looking good. Last few. Great. Next time your right heel comes towards the sky, pause, and then we're just going to reverse it. So take your left leg into the circles, and you can start small. You know we're here for a little while. You can graduate into wider rings if it calls you. And now notice, how much of your arms are you using to stabilize? Can you soften your arm bones? Notice what shifts. How much more your core has to work when you quit pressing your elbows, your shoulders into the ground. Focus on your pelvis, pressing the kidneys into the ground, and then maybe send your breath there. Let's do 3 more for this side. Great. And then after you've done 3, we'll reverse the circles. And so sometimes the hips might feel sticky or clunky or click as we do this, depending on what's going on in our body. So just make the minor adjustments as you move, sending your breath into the lower body. Maybe making your circles slower. Almost like you've dipped your big toe in ink and you're drawing big sunshines on the ceiling. Last few. Great. Next time your toes come to the sky, pause. And then bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the ground. So from here, we're going to lift our head up. So this isn't for everybody. If it's too much on your neck, you can keep your head on the ground as we do this. We're not here long. You're going to lift your head and reach your hands toward your heels. And then bend your left knee, bring your left knee in towards your chest, straighten your right leg. Okay? Inhale, breath is here. As you exhale, switch. Left knee to chest, right knee to chest, left heel shoots forward. Inhale here, exhale, switch legs. Inhale, exhale, switch. Yeah, and you got it. Great. So you're pistoning your legs out, really pumping the belly, focusing on your breath. Keep going. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Lower your head down to the ground and then rock side to side. Give your kidneys, your low back a massage against the ground. Can you breathe into your upper back, the space between your shoulder blades? Okay, extend your heels towards the sky. A few more on our back, friends. This is the good stuff here. You're going to bring your hands to your ribs. Okay, this is always where you can keep your hands. Or the other option is to bring your hands, your fingertips around your neck. Your elbows go up towards the sky. I like bringing my hands to the back of my neck because it shows me if I'm clenching. So you can really feel if you start using your neck muscles as we do the core, okay, which is pretty common. Hands behind the neck or on the ribs, no problem. You're going to inhale. Hug navel in, lift your toes. As you exhale, spread your heels wide, make a V. And then inhale, hug navel in, squeeze your heels together. Exhale, legs go wide. Inhale, hug in. Exhale, legs go wide. So you're creating a V. Yep, and you got it. Deb, great. And then you're moving with your breath. And so in this one, as you exhale, you're lifting your tailbone, zipping navel in, squeezing your heels towards each other, and then opening, softening the back against the ground. So the contraction is as we hug the heels in, adductors start to work, activating the muscles that attach to the low spine, the sacrum. So good to support the low back. And then keep going, finding a pace that serves. We have about 30 more seconds here. And then if your hands are behind your head, observe the length in your neck. Send your breath into the back of your lungs, your kidneys, and keep going. Last few. You won't do this again today, or maybe you will. Strong exhale. Let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, lift your tailbone. 6, hug in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one forever today. Lift up. Great. Right away into the same exercise we did. Lift your head. Extend your right leg long, left knee to chest. Are you ready? Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Keep going. Pumping the belly, reaching the heels out, drawing knee like you want to touch your nose. You're not actually going to. Lift your shoulders away from the ground. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Knees to chest. Rock yourself right to left. Massage your kidneys. Woo. If you're not hot, a little sweaty, we can do one more round. Just kidding. Okay. Rock yourself forward and back till you pop up to your seat. And then cross your legs, place your palms, and step back, downward facing dog. So in down dog, bend your knees. Press the finger pads into the ground and now create a length all down the back body. So we've had a lot of pressure on our back, yeah? So here, again, bring your mind's eye to the space between your shoulder blades. Send your breath into your back from armpits to hips. 2 more here. Dropping in through the exhale. And then look to the top of your mat. Tiptoe yourself forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. And then inhale, hands to shins, lengthen your back, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees and bow. Inhale, wide arms, lift up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, hands to heart, root down through the soles of your feet, lift up through the crown of your head, and take a couple breaths. Feeling the strength and spaciousness you've created in your body. And then inhale, take your hands to the sky. Exhale, bow, fingertips to the earth. Inhale, flat back, reach your heart forward. Exhale, set your palms, step back, plank pose. Take an inhale breath in plank, reach your chest forward, come up to just the big toe mound if you can. And then as you exhale, lower your knees down to the ground, chaturanga, heart comes down. Inhale, little baby cobra, lift your chest. As you exhale, tuck your toes, press from knees, downward facing dog, hips up towards the sky. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps forward. High or low lunge, you choose, knee on or off your mat. Inhale, reach your hands high. As you exhale, lower your palms down to the ground. Plank pose, step back. Take an inhale breath here, puff the back body towards the ceiling. And then exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, chaturanga. Keep it smooth. Inhale, cobra, reach your heart beyond your fingertips. Exhale, press your palms, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, left heel to the sky. And then exhale, step your left foot forward. High or low lunge, 1 breath, 1 movement. Reach up, get long from your pubic bone all the way up to the crown of the head. And then lower your hands down to the ground. Step back, plank pose. Take an inhale breath in plank. Exhale, knees lower, chest lowers, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Press down through your pubic bone, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, move from knees, downward facing dog. Great, take your gaze beyond your fingertips and then tiptoe your feet forward. walk your feet wide as your mat. And so we're going to take breath of fire here in a squat, and I'm going to show you a couple variations. Option one, your booty lowers in line with your shoulders. Hands come and hook behind the heels. And then you're reaching your heart forward, gaze is down at the ground. So heart moves forward, hips move back. This is pose one, okay? Other option is to come up with your forearms on your legs, hands in prayer. Both are great, okay? 1 minute, pumping the belly with breath of fire. Here we go. Lower your booty, lift your chest, pumping the belly. So sharp inhales and exhales out the nose. You can always switch to Ujjayi if it's too much heat. 30 more seconds. Pressing the heels down, rooting from the center point of your heel to the base of the foot, and then maybe lifting the toes. Last 10 seconds. Strong breath. Keep it going. Great. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Reach your chest forward. Hold, hug navel in, chin to chest. Pause, retain the breath here. When you're ready to exhale, bow, wide-legged forward fold. You got it. Let your head hang heavy. Keep your knees bent. Your belly is between your thighs. 5 breath, either hands on the ground, or you can grab opposite elbows to traction out the back body. Let's take a big breath in our nose. Open your mouth, sigh for, oh. One more like that, big breath in. Open your mouth, oh. Take your gaze forward, your fingers down to the ground, and then bend your knees. Bring your booty down to the earth. So come to a comfortable seat. And then we're going to close. We're going to take our hands onto the small of our back where your kidneys are located. It's kind of been my theme the last couple of weeks. Set your hands at the low back and then let your shoulders soften. And now close your eyes and give your breath to your palms. You can imagine sending your breath into your kidneys. You can imagine moving more light to this area of your body. And so our kidneys clear toxins. They remove the waste. And this is also where the emotion fear is stored. So as you breathe, smile for your kidneys, for all the work they do. Really exhaling to release. Inhaling to bring brightness and light to this area of yourself. Take one last big breath in. And a long exhale. Slowly gather your hands in front of your heart. Place your palms together, Anjali Mudra, a prayer to honor balance, the masculine and feminine coming together. the body and mind, matter and spirit. Namaste.